It's the Super Bowl special. We ain't gonna keep you long. We ain't gonna hold you too long. We just want to talk about it real quick. It's your boy OG Tim Wilson. I'm here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed Wayz. And we gonna do this Super Bowl special real quick. I don't know if y'all watched the game or not. So I got a spoiler alert. The Eagles lost.
Damn. Hey, but them Phillies was good though.
The Phillies was good. Oh, you were doing the Phillies at the house, right?
Oh yeah, I did Phillies and pulled pork.
Phillies and pulled pork. Pulled pork for Kansas City and the Phillies for Philadelphia.
Okay.
So, what was the rule?
It was supposed to be. If you got the Phillies, you was going for Philadelphia. If you got the pulled pork, you was going for Kansas City.
But y'all hungry asses couldn't stick to the rules.
And I was making Phillies the whole goddamn game.
Y'all done fucked around, got the munchies.
One person looked, they saw that Philly, and they was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I need one of them."
Yeah, good on. I'm good on the other stuff. Well, that's cool. That's cool, man. So, I would like to point out that I was the only one that was in this crew that picked Kansas City.
Yeah.
This is true.
This is true.
Guess what? That means you won out this year.
Yeah, and you still owe me a bottle of Crown. But
I got you. It's coming.
Now you bringing up old shit. So
Speaking of Crown.
You know what? I do a shot. It's good for me.
Shameless plug.
I'm still fighting my illness, but this crown seems to do me a little justice. So
I'm actually doing some Jim Beam Peach this time.
I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Open up your crown and take it to the head."
It is not 2 o'clock yet for me, and my second pot of coffee is not gone. Cheers.
Boom. Hoo-wah. All right, okay. So, first thing I want to say, there was a lot of shit happening before the game. It took them forever to kick the ball off, didn't it?
Man.
Babyface did a song, somebody else did a song, and then Chris Stapleton just killed the national anthem. He just smashed it.
A lot of people are mad because we had Sheryl Lee Ralph do what we call the Black national anthem.
Yeah, Sheryl Lee Ralph did one, then Babyface did one, then Sheryl Lee Ralph came out, did one, then Chris Stapleton did one. I was like, geez, how many songs we got before we start this game?
Mm-hmm. Well, at least it was good.
Huh?
At least it was good.
It was good. Babyface was kind of whack.
Yeah, I was expecting more from him.
He did America the Beautiful.
Yeah.
And dedicated it to his mom.
Yeah. He was okay. He was okay. Shirley Ralph was much better than I expected. I keep looking in the wrong camera. Dog bite it. I'm used to looking in that camera. But
Sheryl Lee Ralph is an underrated singer.
Hey, big time. It's not anymore to me. She could sing a lot. Yeah, she did. I was surprised.
But what do you think about having? What do you think about having to do both national anthems at a sporting event?
That's fine. They only do it for Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
They only do it for Super Bowl, so why
But
not?
then the question comes up: then, if that's
Does
the
it
case,
further
do
divide
we
us?
allow the white singers
Does it
to
further
do both?
divide us?
No, I don't think so. I don't think everybody looks at it like that as the Black national anthem. I think some people still do, but not most people don't. It didn't cross my mind when she was singing it. It never did.
Okay.
That didn't even cross my mind at all.
Because I've been a PA announcer here a couple times for local sporting events, for high schools. And they have me announce it as the Black National Anthem.
Well, yeah, that's going to be, especially where you're at, that's going to be something that's going to be like a source of pride for the community.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay.
To me, it doesn't bother me at all.
No, I was watching the NBA championship a few years back, and they were singing "Oh Canada." So I mean, hey, they can do that. We can do ours, damn it.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't want to hear that. Oh, Canada. It's terrible. But Chris Stapleton, though, ripped the national anthem. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I don't know if y'all realize it, but that was top 3.
yeah, easy.
That was top 3. That was up there. That was up there
Whitney.
in that Whitney Houston conversation.
And
mean-
I already called as soon as I saw he was the one doing the national anthem. As
Uh-huh.
they were talking about it, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna get up there," because that man's got way too much soul for it not to be up.
Oh, he got that black church soul. Did you notice they pumped the organs into the mic, into the mics like church?
Yeah.
Man, this dude did a phenomenal job. Chris Stapleton is the truth.
Man,
He is the truth. He's about to explode now. Man, that's gonna kick him to the next level.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's not categorized right now. You really can't categorize that dude. They still call him a country singer. Like, really? Was Tennessee
Right.
Whiskey was a country song? Was it or not? I don't know. I kind of heard it everywhere I turned. I heard it everywhere. So is it really
Right.
country?
the first time I actually heard him sing, not any of the songs that I recognized. The only thing I thought was, man, I would love to see him and Jennifer Hudson get together and do something.
Ooh wee.
Ooh.
Oh wee. I tell you, I'm overly impressed.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
overly impressed. He was. If you get a chance, watch it again, and notice how the organs are coming through with that whole. It gives it a whole church feel. It is. He came to that black church soul where you don't get that with everybody.
no,
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you, I was like, this dude is like Deacon Chris Stapleton.
In Minneapolis terms, he could have been in Reverend McAfee's church.
or as the kids like to say, he's invited to the cookout.
He he's invited to the cookout. All right, so now we worse than the Super Bowl because we still ain't got the kickoff.
We ain't even make it to the coin flip.
Hey, it was good seeing DeMar Hamlin out there.
Yes.
But it's been some controversy surrounding DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, the jacket he
Attire.
had on. Yeah, the jacket he had on.
Yeah,
You see it?
He basically had a Jesus piece on his back.
Okay.
But did you see it?
I saw it.
Did you see it up close? Zoomed
No,
in?
I didn't see it zoomed in up close.
Oh no, Jesus looked like a zombie. He had the face. He looked like a zombie. It was crazy. It was weird. It was
Okay.
weird. Yeah, it wasn't just a Jesus piece. It wasn't that it was a Jesus piece. It was how Jesus was portrayed. And
Okay.
that's why he came out and apologized. He said him and because Adrian Peterson came at him
Yep.
hard.
Yep. I remember that.
And so he contacted Adrian Peterson, and they had a one-on-one conversation. And he told him how he felt,
Right.
and so he apologized. He came out and apologized for it, and I hope he didn't offend anybody, and I was irresponsible, and blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. You look it up, man. Find somebody that got a zoom.
Yeah, the way he depicted it, it was abstract art at first to him.
Well, it said eternal on it,
Right.
and he said that was the first reason he wanted it because it said eternal.
Yep.
But wait, you got to see this picture though.
Okay.
I'm telling you, because I saw it. They zoomed in on it and showed it. Man, it's weird. It's weird.
See, for me, I noticed the jacket. I didn't think anything of it. That wasn't even really my focus. It was the whole moment with him and the medical team that basically saved his life, all meeting up at midfield and everything. That was dope as hell for me.
Yeah,
that was dope.
That's what it was for me too.
That was dope, and how he greeted everybody too. You can tell he got to know them.
Yep.
And they got to know him.
Yep.
You know, so that was kind of cool.
I'm not worried about what people wear.
No, but still, he apologized for good reason though, because you know when it comes down to religion and what you just went through, even especially in this kind of a moment and who you're greeting, it is a little different. If you can't have something disrespecting Jesus on your back, that ain't right.
Right.
You can't have a Jesus zombie. Oh, that ain't right. That ain't cool. So he got he got the point, and he was Adrian Peterson was right about it, but it's not bigger than the moment itself.
No,
right.
He did what was that? Keenan and Peele. We saw all the white folks. He was like, hey, the brother was up, nigga was hot. Yeah. Oh boy did the same thing. Coach Houston just stole from San Francisco. D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when they showed him on his first day, he did the same thing. Shake all the white people's hands. Hey, the brothers come out. What's up? What's up? Bro hug the brothers. Shake the white folks' hand.
More piece of news on DeMar Hamlin is he fully intends to get back to his NFL career.
Next year.
I guess he's been cleared to.
Yep, next year.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Wish him the best. That'll be a huge story. That'll be a great story. So what did y'all think about the game? Or is there anything? I don't mind the side commentary of the Super Bowl because the game was great.
Yeah. It was
a great game, but there's not much to talk about 2 weeks later other than the side stuff, the side show. But
first
half, about halftime. What did you think? Okay,
no. Well, I was gonna say first half belonged to Philly. Not necessarily belonged, but they were in control of the first half.
Okay, I could say I guess you could feel good if you were a Philly fan after the first half.
Yeah.
But Pat Mahomes went backstage and
when Pat Mahomes got
a cortisone shot.
When he got hurt,
what they calling it now?
But when he got hurt right before the half, I thought
exactly. Yeah, so did I.
I thought it was over.
So did I.
Damn, that did it.
Nope. I automatically thought, we're about to have a Perk Rogers situation.
Bro, I'm of the same mind. When he came back that second half, it felt like Aaron Rodgers against Chicago again.
But that first half was good. Was good football. You know what I do like though, that both the quarterbacks showed up.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts dropped the ball that one time. That's all it took. One mistake lost it for you.
Yeah.
Whoever makes the mistake lose.
Everybody is also talking about the no calls and bad calls. I don't want to.
The last call was a holding call.
Yeah.
It was clearly a holding call.
Yeah, he came out. He even no, that was a legit call. He took ownership of his mistake.
Right.
But you know how people are. Everybody wants to be right about something.
Right. I seen some comments that came out after that. I can't remember exactly who it was, but they were like telling the defensive player, even without that hold, you're not like that, bro. You're not that person, bro.
I don't know what you mean.
They told the defensive back, you know, even though that was a hold, he probably still would have got that. Yeah. You're not that person. You're not the person to shut him down like that.
Oh,
that's what I took from it.
I don't know, but I know afterwards, Juju Smith-Schuster put his picture on a Valentine's Day card and said, "I'll hold you when it counts the most."
No, that's the one I'm talking about. He told Juju, "You're not that guy."
No, that was AJ Brown that came to.
AJ Brown came back in Juju because of the Valentine's Day card.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, get it right, man, because that is not what you said.
But no, that's what I was talking about.
No, AJ Brown went and hit him where it really hurt. Talk about how he was on his way out of the league.
He was like, "You'll know your way out the league, TikTok boy."
Oh man, it
was still funny.
Yeah,
I had to see because I saw AJ Brown's comment first.
Okay.
What he was responding to, and when I saw what he was responding to, I was like, "I'm sorry, AJ Brown, that's funny." I hold you when it counts, man. I'll hold you when it really counts. Wow. I was like, wow, what a shot.
Oh. That brings us to the only thing left to talk about for the Super Bowl.
Rihanna.
To halftime.
Oh.
Okay,
Wayz, this your show? We'll let you go first.
All right. So, when that camera finally zoomed and panned in, I realized, oh shit, they got a pregnant woman 60 feet in the air. That's very responsible. So the moment I realized
she was tied down, though. She was tied down.
Is that what they call? That's how she got pregnant in the first place, because she was tied down. That was no.
Hey, they don't call him ASAP for nothing.
Man. But the moment I realized she was pregnant, I was like, "Oh, we're not getting that exciting of a performance." I was like, "This is going to be very straight, basic."
Now, remember when she teased a special guest?
Oh, I didn't.
I thought the special guest was either going to be Ye or Jay-Z. Those are the only two people I expected.
What's the special guest?
The baby.
I was hoping for
that was that. You know what though? That's cool though.
Yeah,
that makes it cool. That's kind of brilliant. That was kind of brilliant. I got you.
In a lot of circles, they say her performance was devil worship.
Sure, okay.
I hate to bring it up, but
I didn't see it. That's the first time I heard. You always coming up with the first time I heard shit what they say. They say shit to you that they don't say to anybody else for some reason.
I'm like,
okay, I don't know why. I don't know why I get this shit in my feeds.
Look it up.
Let's hear more. I'm interested. Let's hear more.
But hey, she said they're talking about her grabbing herself and smelling herself.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy shit that I get on the web. I don't know why I get this shit. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
How's that devil worship?
I was gonna say that's just being a nasty.
A pussy is the devil.
Person.
That's the devil. No, in certain circles,
the devil.
In certain circles,
My mama said. My mama said, smelling your pussy is the devil.
In certain circles, they say that her wearing red and her doing stuff like she did on the stage was satanic worship.
They didn't think about the most logical answer to this. Maybe she smelt fish and they had to do a double check. You know, it's the simplest of answers.
And they say all the dudes dressed in white, all the dancers dressed in white was supposed to signify sperm, and yeah.
Cool.
It's some crazy shit that I get on my web sometimes.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know. I'm just telling you what's out there.
A lot of people be reaching. Like the dude that like a week before the Super Bowl put up that he found the script to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And
right. I saw that.
Drug him so hard the night of the Super Bowl after the game.
But it was some funny memes that came out of that. Did you see some of those?
Mm-hmm.
I did see it.
It was a video of Tom Brady like this. And it said Tom Brady when he saw Matt Ryan come in for the script read. we about to come back and kick your ass. It was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. And Tom Brady turned around and smiled. Oh, Matt Ryan's coming. Wait till he see this.
All right.
Wait till he see what he's got to go through.
Oh man.
They was going back to they started going back to previous Super Bowls and talking about what, showing people how they reacted when they saw the script.
Oh man.
It was funny. But okay, so my thing on the halftime show. Hey, something neither one of y'all mentioned that's been coming up a lot. Is the chick that was doing the hand signals. That was doing the hands. She's getting a lot of play. Yeah.
Yep.
She's getting a lot of play. I don't know if she's deaf or she just knows sign language.
No, she was actually deaf.
Huh?
You sure? I don't know that. Do you know that for a fact?
I believe so.
Because her timing was perfect for somebody that couldn't hear. Her timing was definitely on point. So I would think she could hear. She was just doing. I know she was doing sign language for the hearing impaired. I don't know that she's hearing impaired.
I believe she.
Usually they're not.
I believe.
Yeah, usually they're not.
Yeah, usually they're not. They're just doing. They're signing for the hearing impaired because I know I can hear and you can't. So I'm doing the sign language so that you can understand what's being said. That's how it normally goes.
Bro, if you look that up, I would be gratefully appreciated to you.
I don't know what I'm looking up.
But anyway,
hey, see, you drink coffee.
She was fire though. She was dope. She'd be getting a lot of pub because she was on point.
Yep.
And her timing was great. But here's what happened to me. The first half ended and they said coming up, Rihanna. I was like, okay, cool. Next thing I heard was, "Wake up, nigga, wake up!" I'm like, oh, what's up, man? You finally made it. I've been banging on the door, calling your phone. Had to call Thad, come down and wake you up. And I was like, oh, so Rihanna's coming on. Oh, that went off fast. Like, no, nigga, it ain't going fast. You slept through the whole thing. So I missed it all.
Oh wow!
I missed it all. I saw a part.
She started out.
I saw the last song, and I thought I was seeing it from the beginning.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's all I saw. And I was too busy greeting because Dejan came over.
Okay.
And he ended up having to wake up my brother, call my brother so that he can come down and wake me up. They together woke me up.
Damn.
I missed all of it. Yeah.
That means the first half put you to sleep.
No. Alcohol that I drank during the first half put me to sleep. Now that the second half started, there's the crown.
Oh. A lot of people saw the halftime show as uh, uh an ode to Kanye.
Now, I almost said it before he said it, but I figured I'd wait. Here come a lot of people say shit only to you, but a lot of people tell you this, but they only tell you.
Hey, I don't know. I get that from somebody I hate. Trump said it a lot. A lot of people tell me this.
That's you.
A lot of people say it.
Big Ed Trump. Big Ed Trump. That's your new name.
If you pay attention to Twitter and shit, and sometimes I do. I don't do it a lot, but sometimes I do. They say that was an ode to Kanye, the whole halftime show, and I could actually kind of see that.
How about the second half? How'd y'all enjoy that? I think I've heard enough about Rihanna.
Okay.
I think I've heard enough about Rihanna. Yeah. She's pregnant, and we all know it. And there's been a lot of mixed feelings about it, as far as liked it, hated it, loved it. And it's been I've heard everything.
Yeah, I remain indifferent about it. Yeah. I was disappointed because I knew it wasn't going to get the energetic performance she would have given if she weren't pregnant. But I'm not going to knock the fact that she was pregnant at the same time.
Right.
So I'm indifferent about it.
And for me, I'm indifferent because I actually didn't see it. I was
asleep.
Yeah.
I was actually cooking Philly, so.
Well, okay. All right. But a lot of people say.
Right.
A lot of people say Kirk Mahomes went out there during the second half.
No, you mean Aaron Mahomes?
No, that's that Perk.
Yeah. That Percocet got a hold of him that second half.
You put in that perk work.
A lot of people say she wore red because she's pregnant and can't have her period, so that was the only way she could represent that she was a blood. Okay, so the second half, Pat Mahomes came out and was
on fire.
Yeah,
and
on fire,
balling.
I want to know what Andy Reid said during that long halftime show.
It wasn't what Andy Reid said. It was the Percocet shot that he got. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna tell you what else helped though. What else was beneficial? That long ass halftime show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a lot more time at halftime to chill for a minute because it happened right before the halftime. You had a lot more time to chill for a minute before you had to go back out there. And oh yeah, they popped him. You know they popped him up. They had to.
Oh yeah.
They put a needle in it.
Yeah.
Got him ready. He came out balling though, man.
It reminds me of Aaron Rodgers.
What is the goofy laugh?
Beavis and Butthead?
that was a goofy ass laugh that Aaron Rodgers gave on the sideline against the Bears. Aaron, what happened? What was going on with your knee? And what happened at halftime?
Wow.
Yeah, I just came back out at halftime, and it was, that motherfucker was high as fuck.
That shit was random, man.
There was no warm up or warning. He just started doing it. I'm like, damn, bro, this is high as hell.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers was high as hell during that game.
That was random. Okay, all right. Okay. So the second half was great, and the call was a call. Everybody said the call was a call.
It was,
yeah. Everybody.
But the tic tac wasn't a foul.
No, it was a foul.
Was it tic tac though?
No. No, you can't hold them off the line. I played defensive back. No, you can't hold them off the line.
Okay.
Period.
Okay, all right.
You
All
can
right.
hit him. You can hit him off the line,
Oh, you can snap. You can pap
No,
him.
you can engage.
but
off
you
of the
can't
line
hold
there.
him. And no, you can see. Look, Lil Pork Chop got a video up where you can actually see him grab the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't do that.
No,
Yeah.
that part, no, you can't.
It was a good
That's a
play.
whole-
It was a good game, man. It was a good game, and for a lot of people, they say they hate that a good game came down to that being a game-winning call.
Well, welcome to reality.
But
It was a good call.
Yeah.
call is the call, and I can't say I'm disappointed that they made the call at that time. What people should be saying, and what I say, is that I'm disappointed that he made that play, that bonehead play at that time.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm at.
That's what's
Yep.
really good.
Now,
So-
with some non-Super Bowl related,
Yeah, real quick.
Derek Carr. Right now, the two top teams interested in him are the Jets and the Saints. Now that he's released.
Okay, Saints would be a good place to land. While we're doing a non-Super Bowl related, how about Eric Bieniemy is now the new offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Brian Flores is the new defensive coordinator for the Vikings.
Yeah,
And despite what rumors say, Justin Fields is not getting traded by the Bears.
Justin Fields is being shopped by the Bears.
Like it's to the point where GMs are starting to say,
What am I willing
looks
to
like
give
they're the Bears are interested in someone else."
No, they're not.
What am I willing to give up for him? Because they're looking to move him.
No, they're not.
But you know what? I'll say this. I heard the best point in favor of the Bears moving Justin Fields.
What's that?
The best time to do it is right now.
Yeah, well, he's still
Going to
moderately
do it.
healthy.
If you're going to do it, the best time to do it is right now because you got the first pick in the draft. You can pick his replacement right now and not wait till after the draft like Arizona when you couldn't get shit for it. Because they picked quarterback first 2 years in a row, right? When they had Josh Rosen and they couldn't get nothing for Josh Rosen because they already picked Kyler Murray. So they can move him before the draft while it still got value, get as much as you can get for him, use that first pick to pick one of them other two quarterbacks that's coming out, and move on. And then and whatever you got for Justin Fields just helps build your team faster. And now you've got a bright young quarterback to fill that spot, and we can rock and roll. Because if you pick that quarterback first, Justin Fields lose value because you got to move one of them.
And they have the opportunity to get a type of quarterback they haven't had in a very long time.
They already got that.
No, you have a scrambler.
And that's what and there's a lot of talk about that.
Okay, and that's the exact same thing they said about Jalen Hurts.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
Yeah, it is.
Here's the difference.
It's not.
Jalen
Run
Hurts.
first. You
No,
gotta run first, not pass first quarterback.
no, that's not exactly what they said.
They
about
said that about him last season. His
Jalen
first
Hurts was a second round pick, man.
Yeah, they
Jalen
said,
Hurts wasn't
they
talked
said it about
like
him last season.
Jalen Hurts was not talked about that way, and that's not the point. The point is if they want to move him, now's the time because you can
And
move
I don't
him.
think I don't
Because
think they
you
want
can
him.
move, but think about it. How much? I mean, I know you're a Bears fan. I know you're a Justin Fields fan. You're not being a Bears fan right now. You're being a Justin Fields fan. The best opportunity for them to build their team faster, to get out of the fact that remember you're a first pick. Remember how bad of a team you had to be to have the first pick in the draft. To get really good real fast, the best thing you can do right now is move somebody off that team and get some either huge draft capital or vet players or both. And Justin Fields can get that for you. And I got first pick in the draft, so I can pick the best quarterback coming out that I see right now. And just like that, I'm that much better than just keeping Justin Fields and you picking that one pick.
Okay, who's that number one quarterback?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm in. He throws. He's better. He can throw the ball better. He can sling it.
I'm not.
He can sling it.
I'm not.
He can sling it.
I'm not.
I know you're not.
I got a quarterback that can sling it and can move in the pocket.
You know what? It's not a good year.
All I got to do is build around him.
And see, it's not just okay. So here's the problem with Justin Fields, because he can sling it and he can move around outside of the pocket. The problem is his first instinct is to go outside of the pocket, so he's not slinging it enough to show that he has any throwing value.
And he ain't got no receivers. That's his biggest problem. And you ain't about to get one at the draft this year.
No,
you're not.
But we have the number one cap space in the NFL right now.
Who's out there?
OBJ's not coming to Chicago.
And OBJ ain't the answer, even if he was. He's going to Dallas. But
you would need someone very young.
He ain't the answer. So it's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, it looks like they don't feel like he's the quarterback of the future. They want more of a pocket passer
who can get maneuvering outside.
That's what they want. That's why the rumor's out there, because it's gotten out that they are looking for more of a, and it's like the smart. And it is not saying it's smarter to get rid of him because the other quarterback is better. But the smartest time to get rid of him, if you're going to get rid of him, is right now. Because if you don't do it now, you're going to be picking 9, 10, or later in the draft. If you're, of course, if you're lucky enough to win it all, that's good. But if you just got better, a little better, you ain't gonna never get this shot to be up here in the first pick to get who you want in anybody. Picking a litter. I'm right there. So instead of trading this pick, how about I trade this quarterback? I can either trade the pick and get some later picks, or I can trade the QB, get some later picks, and keep this pick. so there's a trade-off. So I don't see them thinking that Bryce Young is better. I can see them doing it.
I don't know from what they're saying about
at Alabama. What's the guy coming out of Alabama?
That's Bryce Young.
That's Bryce Young. What's the one out of Ohio State? I meant
C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud. And I like Bryce Young better.
Yeah.
But C.J. Stroud is one of them two going first.
But see, the thing is, Indianapolis covers Will Levis first.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay, so here's the question.
So I
like Will Levis too.
I actually think they're gonna try to pick to Indianapolis. Get Indianapolis.
Indy know that's the third best. That's the third quarterback going off the board.
Oh no. Everything I've heard says that Jim Irsay says that Will Levis is the best thing coming off the board.
Will Levis is good, but I think it's going to be Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. One of them two go first, and the other go second, and then Will Levis. Unless, like you said, unless Indy is hot on them, and
Indy's hot on them.
Well, and I can see that.
So I see them. I see the Bears trading the pick to Indianapolis.
No, they ain't gonna. I don't think they that hot on it.
What can they get out of Indianapolis?
The number 4 pick.
So you're giving yourself less value. Is essentially what they're doing. What do they get for that?
No, they're gonna get the number 4 pick. No,
you're not gonna give.
I don't think. If
Will Anderson is there to get Will Anderson.
I was gonna say, because if you're trading,
if Will Anderson
that first overall pick, you have leverage.
If Will Anderson is there at number 4, they're getting Will Anderson.
But my thing is,
if Jalen Carter is there at number 4, they're getting Jalen Carter.
I'm saying, what does Indianapolis have to offer other than that pick? Because I'm not giving my number 1 pick away for the number 4 pick.
I'm not bumping up to 1 for Will. If I'm hot on Will Levis, I think I can get him at 4. I feel good that I can get him at 4. I feel extremely good. I feel extremely confident that I can get him at 4. Period. Because right now, if they don't move Justin Fields, they're not taking a quarterback.
No.
I ain't got to jump them. Who else up there? Seattle? Or Seattle 5?
Seattle's 5.
Oh, Atlanta, right? Atlanta?
Yep. Atlanta and Houston.
Atlanta and Houston. Okay, Houston is up there. They might take a quarterback. That'll be 1. Seattle?
They're taking Bryce Young. If they're able to get him.
If he's there.
Yeah.
If he's there, I think so. Yeah, if he's there, they'll take him. But I don't know. D'Amico Ryans, if he's there, they'll probably take C.J. Stroud.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's okay. They'll take a quarterback. And who's 3? Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta's taking a quarterback.
No, they're trading for Lamar.
What you mean?
Yeah, they're trading for Lamar Jackson.
I don't think so.
Who?
Atlanta.
Atlanta's a front runner that if he's available for that trade, they would consider it, but I don't think they'll end up with it because they don't really have much other than a draft pick to offer.
And I don't think they're going to. I don't. Well, they'd have to give up a slew of picks, and that's really what Baltimore wants. But if Atlanta stay in that spot, they're not drafting a quarterback. I know that. So Indy ain't got to move up to number 1 to get their quarterback. That's my point. That's my point. We just went through it. They don't have to wait. They don't have to jump to get what they looking for. So that's not gonna happen. You can let that dream go.
Okay.
You can let that dream go.
So just send Justin Fields over to Denver and get an offensive lineman in return, and draft pick.
Oh, they'll get a slew of draft picks for somebody gonna have to mortgage their future for Justin Fields.
Yeah,
they gonna they would take a haul, and that's what my point is. That's why they would take a haul for Justin Fields and still have the first pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll.
But it would have to take
roll.
Stroud or Bryce Young to absolutely wow them.
Which it sounds like they have, or that Bryce Young has.
No,
I
haven't heard that.
When is the combine?
March,
I believe.
So it'll all come out. A lot of it is gonna shake out come that time.
Yeah,
but shit, Zach Wilson shined in the combine.
Don't matter. I mean, some shine, some don't. It still matters. It don't. We can pull out exceptions to every rule, so it don't matter. But it's gonna shake out. It's gonna start. You're gonna start knowing who's hot on who.
Yeah,
right.
You know who Malik Willis wowed a lot of people. So it's you get a good idea of who's hot on who and who's really looking impressive and who's this and that. It's still pretty good indication. And if they get hot on somebody, there's no better time. But if they get hot on somebody else at a different position, then
everything I've heard is they're hot on 2 people on all.
That ain't everything you heard because you knew the rumor, so that ain't everything you heard. Don't tell me that. You knew the rumor before you brought it up. You brought it up before anybody else. You said contrary to rumor, this and that. So you heard that too. Don't be lying.
They got 2 defensive linemen and 2 offensive linemen that they're big on right now.
They could use the offensive line.
They could definitely use offensive line. D-line, they can always use, but yeah, it's not that hard to find a decent defensive lineman.
With the most cap space in the NFL, there's actually defensive linemen out there.
No, I'd go young. I'd want to lock someone down for longer as I rebuild this team.
you still want somebody to anchor the defensive line that's got experience.
Yeah, but they still should be young.
I mean,
If I got the first pick in the draft, I'm looking at it as starting over. I'm looking at it as I got an opportunity to start over and go hard. That's the way I would be looking at it. Because you don't get worse. I can't be worse than the worst team in the NFL. Right? That's where I'm at. I'm the worst team in the NFL, and that's not where I want to be. Do I have some pieces that I like, with some pieces that I love, pieces that I can build on, and what do I have to build with? You know what I'm saying? That's what I would look at. You look at cap space as they can run out and spend this money. I look at the cap space as saying I can run out and get as young as possible, hold this money, and when all their contracts come up, I got all this money to handle them contracts as these young players need that second contract. I don't have to lose the team I'm building when it comes time to pay these players. I can keep them. I can keep the players that I got and keep building and keep growing, as opposed to losing them. So I don't look at the money as I can just go buy a team. No, I look at them as I can build a young team, and when their contracts come up, I can afford to keep them.
Yep. And that's why you also pick up one of these younger, quote unquote, veterans who are going into their 4th, 5th year and bring them on. And that's who's showing these younger guys the ropes around in the league, instead of bringing an old dog in who's only got maybe 1 or 2 years left in him.
Fletcher Cox.
Or you get a haul of picks.
Yeah.
If you get a bunch of picks, if you can get a bunch of picks for somebody, and you're starting with the first pick in the draft, so whoever you move, you can get a replacement for, and you keep rolling. But now not only do I got you, I'm gonna make you look better than he did, because I can put more around you.
Mm-hmm.
I can put stars around you, or it's a lot of different ways they can go. We won't know yet. We won't know yet.
I think they're going to trade the first pick for about 3 or 4 different picks.
I don't think they're going to see that. I don't think so. I think that's wishful thinking on your part. You don't want them to move Fields. They will get more for Fields than they will for that pick. I guarantee you that.
Right now, they're in the best position possible in the draft to help rebuild their team. I wouldn't trade that pick away.
The only person I see them I've seen viable for them to trade the pick to is the Panthers, and I actually don't see that happening.
I don't think they're gonna trade the pick, because
No, I'm saying Justin Fields. That's the only place I've seen viable for him to go, is the Panthers. And I don't think they're gonna do that.
Denver,
Seattle,
yeah. There's a lot.
Seattle's going with Geno.
No,
Gino's going to be a free agent in a few weeks.
Fields, they not. You crazy? If they can get Justin Fields, they gonna go with Geno? No, they won't. They gonna go. They gonna move it. They'll throw him in the deal.
I was just gonna say. Then all of a sudden, Geno's over in Chicago, and he's the grizzled veteran teaching Bryce Young.
They would throw him in.
I don't see them picking up Bryce Young, because their offensive line ain't right for Bryce Young. Bryce Young's even smaller than Justin Fields.
Yeah, but their offensive line doesn't have to move around as much either.
But that is true. That is true. That plays to their advantage. But that's why I think C.J. Stroud might go before Bryce Young, because of the size. That's the only thing I think would stop anybody from making that choice. But you're right.
And I don't see the
Bryce
Bears
Young
going,
is small.
And I don't see the Bears going with C.J. Stroud over Justin Fields.
That I can possibly see. And it's not, and understand, I'm not saying over Justin Fields. They're not looking. You're looking at it small. I'm taking Bryce Young plus these extra picks that I just picked up. over Justin Fields. Bryce Young plus another first-round pick and next year's first-round pick and probably the following year's first-round pick and a second-round pick this year. You know, how many picks, how much draft capital do I get for Justin Fields? So it's Bryce Young plus all of that over Justin Fields.
Which includes a running back to replace Khalil Herbert now that he's going to be a free agent.
That could make it worth their while. That's what I'm saying. So you're looking at
still can pick up receivers in the later rounds to get diamond in the rough easy.
Offensive linemen. Now I got these extra picks. You know, you're looking at person for person, but it's more than that. It's person for people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. That's the difference. What you give yourself the opportunity to do around him.
And think about it. He goes, and if it's you talking as a Justin Fields fan, he goes to Denver. He's with a head coach who would help mold him to be as great as he could possibly be.
Denver lost all that draft capital already, though. They gave it to Seattle.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, so they out. They're out.
Well, Pete Carroll's not bad either.
That opened Seattle back up.
Pete Carroll's not bad. So.
Seattle door back up. Yeah, so it would be interesting though, to see how that plays out because, again, they could just say, you know what? No, we're not gonna switch to QB. We go. I don't think because you're gonna get more for Justin Fields than you will for the pick. That's a fact, right? Because he's worth more than the pick. So I would, if you put both of them up for trade, which one would you pay more for? Justin Fields or the first pick? I would pay more for Justin Fields.
I'm putting the pick up for trade.
Huh?
I'm putting the pick up.
No, I'm not saying what would you put. I'm not saying what would you put up. I'm saying what would you pay for? What would you pay more for, Justin Fields or the pick? You would pay more for Justin Fields. So that
means Indianapolis. If
I got a sweeter deal for you, it ain't gonna happen, but it is a sweet ass deal. We will send you Adam Thielen, Christian Darrisaw, and Tomlinson for that number 1 pick. We'll give you 3 good people, a veteran who's going to help that young receiving core, and we'll go ahead and pick up Bryce Young and kick your ass with him.
No.
and see, and wait. See, here's the thing that you're forgetting. Indianapolis and Houston are in the same division. So they're competing against each other, period.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, I know you don't want to say it out your mouth. You're thinking from the wrong side. Think about it from outside of you. Which one would you pay more for? The pick or just which one do you think is more valuable? The pick or Justin Fields? It's real obvious which one you think is more valuable. It's real obvious which one you think is more valuable.
I think the pick has more value.
Okay, then why are you so anxious to give up the pick instead of the quarterback? Right now, we've been sitting here for a half hour with you defending why you don't want to get rid of the quarterback. You rather get rid of the pick, but now you're saying the pick has more value. That don't make sense.
Because the pick's gonna give me at least 4 picks, one extra pick in the second round of this draft that I need, plus the first round pick that I'm gonna get from trading it. Period. So I still have a first round pick. Plus I'm also getting a second round pick and probably a 4th and a 2nd or 3rd for next year.
What do you think you'd get for Justin Fields?
I don't think I'm getting that much.
You don't think you would get a 1 this year, a 1 next year, a 2 this year, probably 3 and a 5 next year, and you would get so much more for Justin Fields than you would for that first pick. You crazy.
Here's the thing. This is why I am a believer in this Justin Fields getting traded situation. I haven't heard any.
Don't want him in the North.
Oh no!
It's not that. I haven't heard any talk about the Bears being interested in any of the offensive linemen going on the market.
Oh, I have.
I sure have it.
We're talking about what?
I've heard about 3 offensive linemen they covet in the first 10 rounds. 10 picks.
No, I'm not talking about the draft. I'm talking about free agency. We have some young all-star, like all-pro offensive linemen hitting the free agency market, and the Bears aren't interested in any of them, or haven't shown any interest in any of them.
I mean, I see value, and I see a far more value in moving Justin Fields than the first pick. But I get the feeling they're not going to do either, because for one, first pick. If you think you're getting that kind of a haul for a first pick, that's why most people keep their first pick, because they think they think it's worth that much of a haul, and nobody's willing to give it up. And so they end up keeping that first pick and picking whoever they want, because I'm not going to give you too much. I'm not going to give you more for an unproven commodity than I am for a proven commodity. That don't make sense to you. That's why you've been sitting here. That's why you're contradicting yourself. You're sitting here willing to give up a pick, not willing to give up Justin Fields. But when I say which is more valuable, you flip that. You rather give up what's more valuable and keep what's less valuable. Doesn't make sense to you. So I don't know why you said it. It doesn't. So what has more value is that. But at the same time, that also plays two ways. It's also the reason why it's hard for me to make that decision, because he is more valuable, and he's also more valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? He's also more valuable to me than that first pick, but I also know he's more valuable on the market than that first pick. So what do I do? Do I move one of them, and do I just say I'm gonna move that and just take the small haul, or do I move this, take the big haul, or do I sit tight and don't move shit, make my first pick and play ball? Because that might not be the best. Sometimes sitting pat is the best decision.
And that makes either Will Anderson Jr. or Jalen Carter
And
the number 1 pick of the draft.
And let's roll.
Yeah.
I think Will Anderson Jr. will be an awesome pick.
Yeah.
Me too. Or even Jalen Carter.
Either one of them. So that's what I'm saying. So they might just in the end, in the long run, it comes down to it. They just say, you know what? Let's go. Let's just take our pick and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And that wouldn't be a bad decision. That's the one thing about it, is that would not. Both of the other two options carry a little bit of a risk. This one don't. It's to just let the risk. Let's just take the pick and roll. Because the Lions was getting offers when they had that second pick, and everybody was talking about trade down. They were all talking the same stuff you talking right now. Trade down. We can get this. No, we're gonna sit right here and take that second
But
pick.
shit,
And keep going.
look what the 49ers did with the pick they got from the Bears. When the Bears traded the 49ers to move up one spot in the draft from 3 to 2, and ended up picking Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, that's true.
Look what the 49ers have done since then.
Which is why I say the player is more valuable than the pick. The proven commodity is more valuable than the unproven commodity.
I'd rather go with the proven commodity than go with the unproven commodity.
Right.
I'm not
Which is
picking,
also, again, that's why I said he has more value. He has more value on both. That's why it's a tough decision, because he has more value to me, but he also has more value on the market. So, what do I do?
I'm keeping what I know.
I sit tight. I ain't trading jack. Because the other thing is, look what just happened to the 49ers. They mortgaged their future for Trey Lance and ended up with Brock Purdy. Right?
Yeah.
So why would do the next team want to do that? Do they want to mortgage their future for that first pick? Or do they sit tight and say, no, A lot of teams is not going to give it up for that first pick. But can I mortgage my future for a player? Look who's mortgaging their future. Denver did it for Russ. Cleveland did it for Deshaun. Right?
Yeah.
So they're mortgaging their futures for play. Rams did it for Stafford. They're mortgaging their futures for players, not picks. And that's the difference. But you got the first pick.
Yeah.
So you say, I'll just take it. I'll just take the pick and roll.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, we always turn into a Bears conversation with Big Ed. This was supposed to be about the Super Bowl, and we talking about the worst team in the league. Anyway, man, that's enough of this, man. I'm out of here like last year. Thank y'all for joining. This is the Super Bowl. It was the Super Bowl special. It turned into the Chicago Bears show. And we out of here, y'all. Peace. I thought that show was going to be short.